everyone, welcome to DreamIn, and why do I not see my screen? The everlasting question. So while I fix it, what the hell? Also, I can hide this for now. But display capture, it's clearly the wrong screen, I guess. Okay, no, that's not it. Where is it? Okay, it's a bit better now. Don't know what happened. Oh, I guess I did unplug everything at one point. Maybe that broke something in OBS. Oh well. What happens in doing live? Right. So where were we? What were we doing? We were doing well. We're supposed to do AI for our ink unit, Dream of Splatter, but instead, since Unreal decided that it needed to recompile the entire thing, we ended up doing the raw pixel art, which was still quite fruitful, to be fair. So I wouldn't consider any of that wasted time. It was all stuff that needed to be happening. So it's actually very good. I do need to go back to the walk of Ink Dude a little bit, Wolf Ink Dude, because it's missing clearly a couple of bits, but it's okay. Maybe I'll do it, or this is on stream, maybe I'll do it offline. Just need to patch it up because now it feels like it's stumbling a bit, so it's a bit awkward. What I really want to do, though, what I really want to do is the AI for now, because I want to prove a few things, and just why not? Just also something a bit different, I guess. And that is why I had this, because this was like, well, this is the kind of the beginning of the flow of like, well, how does this unit behave? Like, what should it do? And we kind of like landed on deciding that probably we should always try to go for the kill. It should play quite recklessly, I guess. That's kind of the idea of how to play, how to have the AI play this, more or less. There are a couple of concepts that are like new, which is I want to add weights to certain actions. Because for instance, I can maybe also bring, so this is like the initial cheat sheet, if you will, but then we kind of go back to my crazy like thing, which is like a lot more stuff of like whoops, what's up? Oh, because it's gigantic, so does this like gigantic scribbling of like what is supposed to happen and how, and like the idea is always so that it doesn't do exactly the same thing all the time, because that would be a bit too predictable. Maybe I've seen this behavior like even in you know, in what I think is the best game of the genre, which is Final Fantasy Tactics, where yeah, there is no chance really. There doesn't seem to be, at least. I mean, of course I don't know exactly, but I've seen multiple times like in you know, if you restart the same match you know, X amount of times, and you do exactly the same move, the AI will also do exactly the same all the time. It never changes. So that seems to be fully deterministic, which is a thing, I guess. I don't know. I'd rather have something slightly more complex, just barely. It doesn't need to be too difficult, or too like amazingly clever, I think. But just a bit of like so that at least matches do play a bit differently, if you will, because I don't want to like have people to have weird like cheese strategies or how to progress really just because they understand, oh, if I do this that will always happen, blah blah blah. It's not exactly fun. It's this weird reverse engineering of the game, which is fun for some people, I guess. It's fine, it can be fun for some people, but it shouldn't be the main gameplay. Like figure out how the game works and break it kind of thing. Well, it can be by a different way. Anyway, so that's why like you can see here things like if you can kill, that you will either use one of these, so it doesn't always kill you with the same ability, a bit for color, because you know, why not. And also of course, so the splatter, the final splatter one is the one that kills you as well, so you probably shouldn't really use it, not all the time, if you can kill regardless, right? If you can kill regardless of like, you shouldn't suicide if you don't need the extra damage, right? That's the idea. If all of the skills can kill, like when they are equal in terms of like, well, they can all kill, then there should be a different chance. So I need to do all that. And before that, well, I need to do a couple of new nodes from AI basically, which is this check, the can I kill check, which is actually not too dissimilar to what I have right now already. So right now I will just choose, well, I mean, it is a bit different, but the basic logic is the same, where right now I have a basic node that allows me to figure out, like, you know, the most expensive skill I have, which in this case is actually all of them, they are the same cost, so it doesn't even matter. But you pick the most expensive skill you can cast and then see if you can cast it. So like, check all your ranges, check all the things, and see if you can hit anything ever, right? And if that works, then do it, right? Otherwise, keep going. Otherwise, go down to the next, to the next, to the next. And that is everything I have. And then if you can't find anything, maybe you have to just move to the. I have another thing which is actually move to the nearest, which I will need here as well. I will keep it simple that way. So in my mind, I had maybe I could have like targets, like I could imagine maybe I could have this as a polished behavioral source, where like maybe sometimes you move to closest, and maybe sometimes you decide, no, you know what, I am chasing this guy. It's a bit, that becomes a hard question, right? The player might have this kind of like reasoning of like, oh, you know what, I hate this team, I really need to kill this guy first, no matter what, so I will try to chase it down and hope it doesn't run away. Which AI might not do, probably. Maybe, depends on the character as well. But I think in this case, let's not go there just yet. So we'll do the simple move to closest if you can't kill anything. And if you don't have anyone in, so this actually is even a step after it, which is like, well, not only I can't kill anything, but I also don't have anyone in range. So this actually needs to change a little bit, because I think this is, oops, sure. This check is number one. Can I kill anything in range, basically? That's step number one. If I can kill anything in range, do it. If I can't kill anything in range, well, can I hit something, right? And if that is also yes, then it will go through. I have it here. It will be all this. If I can't kill, then do certain things based on cost. And if I can't kill nor hit anything, then get nearest to something, and then go into reactive ink. Reactive ink is basically the skill where you can't reach anyone yet. Apparently, there's no one in range, but maybe one of your creatures can. One of your other units can, or maybe, like, you know, the guys will come to you eventually. They might come to your side, so they will come to you, and then if one of your teammates hits them, then you can also add on to it. You know, the entire strategy. So that's the game plan of sorts. One thing that I do need to do actually just before it, I will wrap it up because I might as well. I was doing it so off stream. I was quickly implementing like the proper behavior for the reactive ink, because it was done via like weird hacks of like adding effects to other things, having hidden effects on everyone. It was a bit awkward. Initially I was like, maybe I'll keep it, but then after thinking about it a bit and like running into additional like obstacles and additional awkward things that will require even more hacks, that's where you want to stop probably. If a quick hack to test something is okay, and to even keep it that way, you know, until a prototype phase maybe. But when you start like being like, oh, but because of that hack I need to do this other hack, and because of that other hack I need to do this other weird thing, that's when you need to stop and fix it properly. So that's what I'm doing. So what I did this should be quick because I've already mostly done it. What I've done is I just need to remind myself, of course, as per usual, of the Unreal syntax for things, because I need to bind to a certain thing. Basically now I have a global list of effects that register themselves as like, yeah, no, you know what, I happen after anyone else's attack, anyone else's round. That's when when this effect runs. So I did all that. It all works. The only thing that needs to be done is like, well, this guy needs to be, when this guy expires, he needs to be removed from this global cache. To do so, I think we can. The nice way, I guess, is this via listener, because like, you could also literally just do it in the unit side. Like I could go back to the Unicode, which somewhere does the decrease turns left, whatever it's called. I forgot. Somewhere. Actually, I need it anyway because I need the binding, so I might as well look for it. Decrease, I think of it. Yeah, decrease effect. This is a blueprint. It probably calls this. which is this, and then finally you can do the actual thing. And to have this, I need to be listening to this guy basically. So let's do just that. Let's do just that, and just to remind myself, because this takes an actor as a unit as a parameter, so they will need to be reflected by the listener that's used by this guy. This is this way. This will be. So that's what I wanted to check. I think the syntax is it will be this dot bind. I always forget the syntax, or maybe it's this dot bind. Let me see. I was actually looking for that literally just before the stream, and we can look for it after instead. Just from anywhere else where I do this kind of stuff. Where is this? Okay, so it is this dot. Yeah, and then of course the method itself they're gonna listen to. So this is dot bind object. So should be like this. And then I should copy the entire thing because I already forgot it's this, because it's me, I guess. Gee, where is it? Let me just write it down. I have the memory with goldfish. So it's that bind new object. Right. And then it's this, and then the function I will listen to it, so it will be on effect expired, I guess. This is not that, this is testing stuff. One day I'll rename this. But now it's become like, I don't know, I think that seems to be a convention, at least the one that I'm using, so let's keep doing that too. This one needs to exist, of course, in the plethora, I don't know, of all these other things. Receive. Do I have these all blueprints ones? This one is actually just code. I guess this is like the same. But I didn't call on, because this one, I guess, is it's this, right? Which is slightly different. Because there is always like a thing that I can realize like a bunch of different ways of doing delegates and stuff, and of course I will always get it wrong. So it's this guy. I think it should be okay. We'll see. But apparently in this case I didn't follow my own convention. I mean, I can also just go. Let's do that. Maybe because I think the receive is when you have to do it both code and content. I call it that. Doesn't matter. Just do it this way. So yeah, just call it on effect expired, I guess. And it will be this. Wait, it's exactly the same. I don't know why I'm copying void, but sure. It's this. Gold when effect expires. Well, but this guy doesn't actually have which effect expires. Like you get the callback, but you don't know. Oh, because it's normally. I guess normally what I do is I just call it on myself, right? So this guy has the, well, not even this, the custom one. Who's this guy? This one has this. But this one isn't even a delegate. I thought it was. I just call it that way, but it's literally just something that I call manually. Right. It's not even a delegate. Okay. Oh, but then they need to do a bit more. Wait. What I did? It's this concept when you. So I think if I do stuff here, I will do both. I will call the expired. I believe. I want to say. Unless if I don't know if it when you override from blueprint, I guess it doesn't call the base. I probably need to do it manually. It's a bit annoying. What's the best way? Because who even calls this, right? Like normally, the actual thing. Who calls this guy? Let's take a second or two to figure it out. This is literally just that. When it expires, you cannot just directly call the callback. Very. Oh, but I do have this. I do have also a. Oh, it's on the unit. Okay, that's good. Good enough. Um, good enough. But then this guy only tells me. Oh, but also the effect. Yeah, okay, this is all good. I was just like being dummy, if you will. So it's not this, it's actually this. On custom effect removed. So I guess let's call everything the same way, just to follow the thing, and then we go back to wherever I had that thing, which was here, I think. We do this, we do its unit and custom effect. Also very quickly see it. Then I have to declare it, like how it works, right? I am intrigued by this. Does it work? Oh, it's on top of this file. It's not in the header. Or not? What? This has to be declared, like, how does it look? Somewhere. Where is it? Where did I declare it? I mean, I know what it is, but it's more of a curiosity, like why is it missing stuff. Let's see, right? It's not. How the hell does it work? Just magic. Does it just figure it out? Why you always have to declare it? I must be using this. Okay, let's keep digging for a second too. Now I'm curious. Okay. So this guy even has a... Why is this all unbound? What is happening? This doesn't look right at all. None of it. Oh no! Because this is not the Gra. Yeah, no, okay, no. It is working. I guess I do stuff for certain things. Okay. I am still surprised that this guy just figures it out. That can't be right. Oh wait, because it's this guy. It's beginning of a week, of a radio week. So let's try to be awake, right? Because when you declare the thing, yeah, this is the one I was looking for, which is in a very different file than we expected. What the hell? Why is it in shared enum instead of H? Oh, I think this started as a shared enum and became an entire share things. Oh, that god, this is embarrassing. Oh well, that's how I did it for some reason. I guess this is all really old stuff, so I guess at the time I didn't want to bother at all. But yeah, so we finally found it at least, so that's the thing. So this is that, this is this, which we knew, it's not really a surprise, it's this, and then effect, and then we when a custom effect. I mean, for now it's just custom stuff that can do this, so I kept it simple to also avoid casting that you don't even need if it's always just these guys. If at one point you might be retyping what their function does. We deal with an expired effect. I guess e.g. on a global so that's what we're gonna do. I have my magical cache of like global action effect cache. And I think you can literally just do remove, I guess, and if it's not there, I will just not find the thing, I guess. And that's okay. It's very... I don't care if it's not there, but maybe I could complain, be like, well, how did this happen, you know? How is it possible that I have something in... I'm trying to remove something that doesn't exist in cache? Actually, no, that's fine, because what I could check on is, like, well, I could check if it's, the type is the right type, I guess. Which... that is probably good to do, because it will be... Let's do that. So... type... nope, it's... I can apply that. It's just for this very special thing that I made. So if it's one of the global ones, which for now is just one, then remove it. And that's that. So this should be all I need, really. And this should magically work, but of course, and not only that, you can argue that I should also unbind my thing when I do this, instead of keeping, because this will keep, this is a bind directly on this guy, right? So once the thing goes away, we'll remove it. So we're also going to do that. And we can, because we have to. We do this, well, let's do that first. We do effect. What's the syntax for that? You might wonder. Who knows? I guess I can check again in the... Hopefully I both bind and unbind from something, like you always should. And then, yeah, it's this, or something similar to this. Because though this is a different logic. I think it's unbind you object, literally. If one is bind, the other one is unbind. Probably. Can also check here, I guess. But don't I have unit def? That's that. Because yeah, oh, this I'm saying this guy. Do I never unbind it? It's very, very sloppy. Unless it's not needed, nobody it is needed. It doesn't do much, as in like nothing will happen, I guess. Well, but if you apply it multiple times, it will. So, actually, yeah. Okay. So. I can just Google very quickly what is the opposite of. Oh, actually, you know what? It's not even. Honestly, this maybe is fine. What the hell is fine? You? I'm sure this guy just next to it. Oh Jesus! Can you take me to the actual place? No. Why would you? Oh God. No way. Nope. All the weird places. Like yeah. Clearly. Oh, there it is. This is what I actually wanted. Where is it? Oh, there is even this. Right. Is that unbind? No, let's Google it real quick, as we like to say. Also, what did I touch here? This was just me copy paste. Oh, this of course. But it's not gonna be broadcast. It's gonna be custom effect. Oh, but it's not this guy. I'm doing it in the wrong place, actually. What am I doing? This is correct. I'm touching the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong place. It's this guy. Pioneer, blah blah blah. Right, we are actually. It's actually correct. I don't want to unbind from all these dudes because they might come back and go. It's fine for no unbind actually for them. Right. Then we go back to this. I kind of. No, let me find it. Let's not guess. Oops. Very quickly Google the thing. Blah blah blah. Unbind something. Blah blah blah. How to unbind? Just tell me the thing. Tell me the thing. This if you. Oh God! Why no one knows anything on these freaking forums? Right, it's just unbind. Well, yeah, unbind object this, okay. Right, so it should be this. Well, let's see if it's true. Today will be a slightly more code heavy thing, I guess, at the beginning, because, well, I mean, I need to wrap this up hopefully quickly. Let's show all the magic things. I need to wrap this up, and then I will need to do the AI bits, which is so I can do them in content, but I need sometimes, like in this case, I need new nodes. So we shall see. I'm doing this because hopefully it seemed to be that after the first time you do the Live++, then it works faster. That seems to be a very empirical way of me determining this, but we shall see, we shall see. I guess in the meantime we can kind of revisit our plan as we were saying. So this was the more of the like brainstorming of how this should work, and like because I have a few ideas of how to pick the targets. Like if you have multiple, because there's always like a bunch. The way that it works is like you'll always get a bunch of like multiple conditions. So you'll see like, oh, you know, can I kill anyone? And the thing will reply, yes, you can kill 3 things even. Like, oh, okay, cool. Which one then is best, right? And then we come up with a bunch of like conditions for that. So we're like with the same like if you have 3 enemies that can die, then what are the other conditions? It's like oh well, maybe it's the I had the idea of like a kill list of sorts, like maybe literally very specific units that might be considered like dangerous. Actually, I think like that will maybe exist when I start making full teams, like full AI teams to fight against for levels, right? I think on custom what? Really? Did I copy paste wrong? Didn't look at it. What was it? Oh no, it was on the unit, was it? It's not on the effect, it's on the unit. I got it wrong. So in this case, this effect is on the attacking unit. Yeah, it's this way. Let's try again. Is there a retry button on this thing? Nope. Where would there be? Press it again manually. Back to this we were saying. So yeah, probably maybe there might be like very special targets at one point that I can't even. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Now it will be a lot quicker, which is fine. On custom effect removed not a member of a unit. Oh, it's a member of unit object, isn't it? I believe. Yeah. So it's this, and this like get unit object. Dot this, I believe. Is this true? Yes, this is true. It's a pointer. So I guess this needs to be this, unless there is some weird syntax, or sometimes there is. Close this. Open this. Let's see. Almost there. It's not a member of F unit custom unit. Oh, because what is that type? Oh gosh. No. Let's find the thing, because I have other stuff. So let me quickly check how the hell every single time I always get it wrong. This is F unit delegate. What is this type? It should be. Look at it again. Oh, I mean, I cannot. It was the shed enum file, the very awkward place. Declare delegate. Oh, because I think it's a different syntax altogether, isn't it? When you do, yeah, it's this guy. So I declare them this way, and then it's just add dynamic, remove dynamic, which I think for content things is the correct. So this one is just in code. This guy is when you just want to listen to something in code and nothing else, and it's just a slightly different macro. It should be something along those lines. Doesn't matter too much. But what does matter is that then I think this is add dynamic. And then, which I think I've used other places. We can again go back to, that's this. And then I guess we can see it's remove dynamic. That's all good. Whatever that is. I don't need that. This is remove dynamic. Let's try yes one more time. Come on. Coding is a very inexact science. On custom effect remove, it's not a member of what? No, that now you're just lying to me. No, you're the custom logic. What? Oh, I'm doing the removed in the wrong place. It's not this, it's unit. Okay. You're right. It's all good. At least now it's fast. After the first time it's actually quick, so. Oh god, you're killing me now. It's not a member of AU. Oh yes, it's freaking object. Come on. This is like the... Okay, we're almost there, but not enough arguments from function marker. What? Wait, remove that. Isn't. I literally looked at it. Oh, yeah, even that has. Oh, it's like exactly the same. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder why. You know what it. Oh, because you can have multiple things in this with the dynamic. I guess the binding is, I think, is 1-to-1, so you know, but like. Maybe I don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Every time we'll learn the thing like it was the first time. I don't care. I think this time we got it. This time I'm feeling it. Almost there. It's built. Okay, so then we can test it. What I want to test is the removal more than anything else. So I want to make sure that this gets gold, and all the things. And also because now I guess I can show you a bit of content. So now when the reactiving applies, you'll see a damage number for it. Like an additional one next to the other thing. I've been thinking quite a bit about how I want to display it, because I can imagine having, well, first of all, even just like multiple versions, like if you have multiple like ink wolves, right? If you have multiple of these guys all reacting ink, and then the other guy attacks. Oh, that's not good. Function might not be marked. Oh, come on. Does it crash or does it just bitch about it? Okay, I just fix it. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I know. Cause yeah, again, back to the point where like, does it even need anything? Cause I just want to listen to it. I don't want it in blueprint from game mode base. I don't need the analyst right now. But as I was saying, if I have multiple like ink dudes doing this, or maybe even other classes, other units, they will also do this kind of stuff. Where like, oh, when someone attacks, I also do something. You know, at one point I was thinking, well, what's the best way to deal with this? Because like, if I plan to have any sort of like even vaguely complicated animations where with cameras and stuff, then I can't really show the wolf ink dude doing damage. So one option for that would be, so I have a few different options basically. One option is, or I might not have to actually kill everyone in this case, because when you start messing with new functions and stuff, it doesn't like it. But anyway, I might have different options. One is like, well, I can maybe have the main guy, the guy actually doing the action, finish the action, and then after that one is solved, let's say, then all the post-action abilities, like all the reaction abilities from anyone else, they could then trigger after it. But that felt a bit like, I don't know if I like that. It feels like also, first of all, it feels like it could be endless. Like if you have a bunch of them, I don't know how fun it is to see, you know, other 4 units doing the same thing. Because maybe, let's say you're fighting against the boss, right? That could be a strategy. Fighting against the boss, so you want to kind of like really pile onto it for whatever reason. You decide that's the best strategy. I don't know. Because it might be that like, well, maybe you have a guy that deals like my monk right now. That guy deals a bunch of attacks, right? So you can combo that with other four ink dudes. Well, I'm not gonna allow 4 probably, but you know, similarly, you can combo them with this dude and kind of try your luck, because the monk has like a random amount of hits when he does a specific action. So if you trigger like a high enough number, I think it goes up to 10. So if you trigger 10, for instance, and then you have all of them reacting all at the same time, doing this barrage of damage, then that's a lot of damage, basically. So that could be a strategy. But then, yeah, then you want to kind of see it, right? So what else you could do? I was thinking, that's one way. Another way is just like, well, I'll just show an additional damage number where it is, and maybe I'll put like what I was thinking is like put something either like an icon, maybe literally the icon of the dude, the avatar of the dude next to the damage number, just to kind of display, yeah, that guy is doing stuff. That's the guy that did the thing. You know, your other units are doing stuff, if you will. I suspect I will stick to that, but I think there is also a certain degree of coolness and like satisfaction. So that's I'm still gonna think about it. Like if there's a better way, like a cooler way. There's a degree of satisfaction of like seeing like a pile. What? Yeah, I honestly thought so. Yeah. When you start messing with your functions, then and hot compiling doesn't work anymore. It will start doing weird stuff, and maybe they fixed it in newer versions when we'll eventually discover. What I was saying is, yeah, there might be something in terms of like seeing like a bunch of just numbers, or you know, all your combos like triggering, like they could feel satisfying. So having, you know, all the things showing up, like a recent example of that, I'm thinking like pretty different type of game, but like Balatro does it when you have like a big combo, things keep happening and like they keep speeding up even, you know, it feels kind of like this build up. It's kind of cool, like look how big my combo is, kind of thing. Why is it now trying to build the editor? Jesus. No, not even. It's not. Yeah, it is the editor. I don't know. So that could be an option. Like Expedition 33 does it as well. When you, if you pile up enough states and weird stuff, you know, because Clair Obscur has a lot of reaction abilities of stuff that happens when something else happens. There's a lot of that. 50% of the gameplay is that, if you go deep enough. So you get like a gigantic list that like covers your screen of like all the things that got triggered. Which again, you can't even read them, right? Because it's so many. You can't even read them, but it feels cool. Like, oh yeah, my things are doing stuff, you know. So there is a certain like satisfaction in pulling that off. So that's why I don't necessarily want to make it too boring if I don't have to. Like, this is a combat game, I mean, story plus combat, I guess, but the combat itself should feel satisfying that way. So So something to think about, but again, I haven't even done exactly... Right now, my abilities don't actually do what I was thinking they might do, which is move the camera in a different spot and maybe even move the tiles in a different spot, like create some sort of like contained zone, if you will, where it's just you doing the action and whoever is receiving it, which like is something this guy does sometimes. Because if I do that, then yes, you can't really... I can't have other things in the same at the same time, and I can't like plan for all the possible combinations. So it has to happen at the end, or in some other way. So yeah, something to think about. Not right now. Basically, like, that's kind of like the end thing is like something to think about. Will this work? Okay, no one is bitching about stuff. That's great. Do I still have the breakpoint on my thing just to make sure they were testing the thing? Yeah, it's there. Can make sure that the thing is true. I just want to make sure basically that the thing gets cleaned up properly. I didn't need to move, but I'm doing it. Just a Fury. This is true, as in like a wall. Ah, is it true? Oh, it's something else. Whatever that is. Oh, it's the unstable ink effect, so that's fine. It's not expired. That's okay. Okay. And then when I pass it, well, this guy will also do stuff, and then this is its turn, and then this should do the right thing. Yes. So this is the reactive buff on my dude, because that will last an entire turn, right? Which might be super strong technically. Again, like if you go into this defensive mechanism, and again, this is why I kind of don't mind it. I like when you can create like even now I'm saying stuff like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Like you could create a team where I don't know, maybe things can be taunted into a certain direction, so you force people to go that direction, like freaking the Pied Piper kind of thing. Which I could make a character that does exactly. I have a bard as an idea. I have a bard kind of unit thing. So that guy could use. I want to write it down. That guy could use some sort of like Pied Piper like thing, or like pushing people to a certain like area. So not even necessarily a taunt to a different unit, because that might be maybe even extreme, or maybe not. But what it could do is it could push it to a different direction, and then this guy is prepared, like waiting for you to be like, yeah, you freaking come here, and then those guys go there, and then you can pile up on them, yeah, with his reaction, and other people submit as well. So I like the possibility of like this kind of combos, and if they're quote unquote broken, I don't mind it until they make the entire game trivial. Like if it's trivial up to a stupid point, maybe it's a bit much. But at the same time, like if you figure this combo out, and you enjoy it, I'm kind of like kudos to you. I don't necessarily mind it. Again, it depends how really broken it is. Like if it literally makes every single fight fully trivial, I'll be like, I don't know, man. That being said, I don't really imagine myself patching, like, in a far future when this game releases. I don't imagine patching like things out, like, oh no, this is too powerful, I'm gonna nerf it. I'm gonna think about it first. That's what the point is this. I'm gonna think about this kind of stuff and be like, is this too powerful? And sort of things I'm just gonna immediately like nerf because I know that they can happen. I'll be like, you know what, that's a bit much. But once people break it, eventually, I'm okay with that regardless. Honestly, I think. Anyway, we were kind of testing this final bit. We do this, we do the effect was ink reaction. This should just be one guy, which will go away. Now this guy should be empty. Now it gives me weird stuff because I'm out of the entire thing, but that's okay. And we're happy. It happened, it worked. Perfect, you don't see it anymore, of course. All good. And I guess as a different proof, we can also do this again. So if I do Fist of Fury again, well, I also won, but you don't see the you don't see the additional damage, so that'll work fine. So that's mission complete. We did the thing, it's all good, and now we do the real thing that I wanted to do today, basically. So this was a bit of a quickish, almost an hour sidetrack, which will be instead the code bit that I want to do, which I need to remind myself, how did I even call that thing? It was literally called can kill. Just kill? What did I call it? I can also check quickly. Oh, it's not even there. What? Why is it not there? It missed it? Oh, that's not great. Okay, let's look at it in the... I know where it is. It's in the AI bit. Choose killable units. No, just so very gigantic. And why is it not in my change list? It should be. Can I open the folder? Oh, it is though. Did I check it in already? No. Does this need a refresh? Let me look at the history. No, I didn't check this in. Oh no, I did. Never mind. I did. Just like brain farting along as per usual. I did. Okay. So, what is this guy supposed to do? Let's recap our thing. We can put back our initial logic. I think so. They actually need to be slightly flipped. So the can I kill should immediately do all the checks. So it should do checks all possible targets. So what I'm gonna do, I think, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try basically all the abilities that you can spend and you can cast, and if any one of them kills the guy that I'm targeting, and I'm gonna just stop. Every time I found at least one thing that can kill something, and be like, yeah, okay, this unit can be killed, and just write it down basically. Just write it down in a. I think I'll need an array of like an object, a special object that contains an array to write this down, basically, I suspect, to be able to pass it around. So I'll do that, and then the next step in my logic will be like, well, let's see, do I have any characters I can kill? And if the answer is yes, then if it's multiple of them even, then I start being like, okay, well, which one? Like, which one do we actually target then? If I have multiple choices, then we go through the other rules that we made, basically, and that will be it. So let's see exactly that. Check all possible targets, or reachable, I guess, targets. Can be killed by any of the available abilities of N unit, A unit. Sounds like N unit, A unit. They both sound kind of okay. I mean, because I know them in general it's N, but sometimes there are weird rules like you don't say N UI, you say A UI. I don't even remember why, but I just know it is. So yeah, there are rules. So that's that, and then I need to, what I do need to do is, I might just close Unreal for a sec, maybe, because I wanna be able to do, okay, so I choose, I think this does a simplified version of what I'm saying, basically, well, a different version, it's not even simplified, because it will do a bunch of the same stuff. It will go through all the abilities. I think this guy literally just goes through all the abilities and goes like, well, which one, what's the highest, the most expensive one I can use against something. That's a very basic like shared behavior I give to everyone, like again with the assumption if an ability costs more than another one, it's probably more powerful, which is probably true in different ways, right? Because of course it might be more powerful, but like still quite situational. So you can argue maybe I shouldn't use the whatever resurrection. Well, that doesn't deal damage, of course, but maybe I shouldn't use poison if the guy is almost dead, you know, even if it's normally really strong, but if the guy is almost dead, I shouldn't poison the guy, and because you get a lot less value out of it. You should instead use something else. Anyway, so I need... basically, I'll copy this What was this? F random. Oh, this is to get randoms. Was this the only way to do this? I'll copy a lot of this stuff because I don't remember the syntax, and it's not necessarily that straightforward. That's per usual. So let's do a bunch of this, and then we do what? This is supposed this. The getters. So what do we want to be able to either query or write down? So we want the unit itself. We want that guy, and then we will eventually want the objects. The object they can contain an array of units. Because again, I believe you can't. I looked at this last time very quickly. I don't think I can save an array of things as a native blackboard key object thing. I don't think so. So let's start simple. We will worry about writing down the units at the very end, right? First of all, we want to get all the logic down. So we start super simple. This is all we need. We need this guy, and nothing else basically. And I don't need random right now. For now, I don't need. And then I need the inlines. I don't remember why. Oh, because these are the getters. Why are they done this way and not like part of this? I forgot. There was some. Oh, these are the names. I think these are used. No, they're still used in code. I don't remember why this was done this way, because I believe that when I first started implementing this kind of stuff. Wait, what? Why? What is this guy? Nothing. Oh, did I? I think it's copy paste. Oh, because they both had. When I first implemented this was from like years ago, I guess probably, because I had followed like some like well, not even at the very beginning of it. Years ago, I followed like a decade ago almost. I followed an Unreal 4, like whatever, like class, let's call it, or whatever it was, like an online thing from Udemy back in the day. And they were like, yeah, do it this way. Like, okay, which is like, I guess. And then I think when I did this for these other the other ones, I looked at the old project I had made like 10 years ago that I still had. I was like, oh yeah, that's how we did it. Okay, cool. I don't remember why exactly. Should always doubt why you do things, but again, right now, I need to refresh this. So, do I need to do anything specifically in the constructor? As I said, today is going to be a bit of a code-heavy thing, but this is just a name. I wonder, because I have been also thinking of like if I should make like different days are different topics, like well, Monday's code and whatever, Wednesday's pixel art, Fridays whatever. I don't know if there is there, because I kind of like to produce a thing. Like in this case, right now I'm doing like units, for instance. I kind of want to go through, like not jump around, but like, well, I did that, but today's pixel art, so I guess I'm gonna do something else. So whatever it is, I think I want to finish that. So I don't think I'm gonna go that route, but it's been in the back of my mind. The maybe is the thing. Right, so we did that. I'll just copy paste this in constructor, and this needs to be actually this guy instead, and we need to do this. Choose find unit to kills. Find units. Literally that. Or find. Oh, it's not even. Let's do very find killable units, I guess. Or find units that they will die, because it's very specifically. This will give me units that I can kill with something, right? So I guess, and then you have the description, so all of that will work. So that's that literally, and then this. Oh, this is just this. Why is it done out? What the hell? Why did I do it this way? It's so weird. Why do I do it outside the... Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry, it's late. This is literally just the implementation of the thing, and it's in the header because we want to inline it. And you can also do it directly here, I guess. I don't know why it needs to be done. This also is a weird syntax, because if I was doing that, I could just do. I assume Unreal also likes this. Why wouldn't it, right? Just do immediately this. Why like spread? I assume, unless Unreal doesn't like it, which there's always a chance we can test it. Let's see if that's true, but I suspect it is. The force inline macro, for those that care and don't know, it's like when you put something, anything in the implementing in the header, can is like a suggestion for the compiler to, well, you know what, you could inline this. So anything that has directly like get, if it was just this, right, literally without a force. But the compiler can still decide for whatever reason to not do it, and that literally depends on the, I guess, on the implementation of the compiler itself, which I never really looked at because I don't care that much about that kind of stuff. Not for the level of things I do, and not because my level is low, just because it matters more when you do code where performance really matters. No, this game really requires any of that, so I don't care too much right now. But yeah, so then with force inline, it's a macro that forces the compiler to, like, you know, I don't care, you inline this. I couldn't care less. So I expect this to work. Like, it's just standard C++, unless again this specific version of this macro, because this is like, oh, is this even? No, wait. If it's about, oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So if it's the build debug, which is like a lower level of debug basically than what I'm running right now, it just makes it inline and nothing else, which I think actually just makes it still a suggestion. Does it? This one doesn't sound right. That's where my random ignorance comes out. What if? I'm actually slightly. Isn't it the other way around? Well, that's that, sure. Where is it taking me? What is this file? WinMT. Okay. Alright. Oh well, because I have other stuff, right? I didn't do, right? Okay. Probably missing headers and stuff, right? Which headers am I missing? Probably at the very least. What am I missing? Object initializer. Where does that live? Oh shoot. Oh wait, what? Where is that coming from? Do I still have? Why is he asking me about skills? What? Oh, I thought. Also, I don't know why I'm doing any of that, but I thought I created it properly, but I didn't. What if? Do it again. Okay, this is now complaining that something else is execute task. I didn't do that. Fine, I haven't done that. But the other thing seems to be okay, so that's good. So I think this also works. This I have no memory of what the hell this meant, but we'll see. This is a result, because I think you can fail the action or not. Yeah, you can abort something if something goes wrong. I will want to have something like this. So from the owner behavior component, I can get a component. From that you get the value, so I guess I want to do this. I don't think this is actually needed, because like how the hell do I have this running and I don't have a unit, but I guess this one maybe slightly more. It feels like it's a bit of overkill. Wait, avoid this honestly. Could also immediately cast it, I guess. It's fine. Do all that and then we ignore all this for now, so we just do succeeded instead. We always just succeed. So we only abort where like things really went badly somehow. Otherwise we succeed. So I just want to make sure that this compiles basically, especially when you start doing like a bit more weird unreal syntax that I'm never too sold on. Yeah, okay, I'm missing headers and stuff. Oops, does it mean that I need to also forward declare it? Do it forward declare here? I don't. I probably don't need to forward declare it. Oh no, because I'm using it in the directly here. I'm doing this now. So let's steal that one from here. I think it's just this guy. I guess I need, oops, I need unit as well. This guy. Oops. Do it again. This looks, yeah, just about right. So that of course doesn't do anything, but we can start from here. Okay, so now we have our base basically, and then we want to do all the checks. So I think what I did also last time, I literally just go through. Where is it? I get the game mode. Okay, that's fine. I get all the enemy units, and I start trying basically all possible abilities on all of them. I do it here. I do it at random, so they don't like because I only pick one in this function. In the one that I'm gonna do today, I'm actually gonna go through all of them. So it's a bit of an expensive thing. I might now again. It's a bit of a brute force mechanism. There are probably smarter ways. Like I know more or less based on my movement, I know exactly how much my guy moves, and then I know the range of all the abilities plus their effects, so all the crazy stuff you can do basically. So I could literally then calculate the distance and go like, well, distance is the distance of my from my unit to the other unit less than whatever the value makes sense for each ability. So I could do that. Maybe it's not even a bad idea, because what I was about to do right now, which I think I'll do just to prove the point, and then maybe I can always optimize it. How slow can it be? I mean, it starts becoming a bit, because the idea is, I think what I do is, for more actions, I just try to cast them. Of like, I do this. Yeah, I can run an action on unit, which will check. I think this guy, yeah, does both. It goes like, well, can I even just do it without moving? And then if I do have to move, then it will tell me instead, yes, you can still get to the guy, but you have to move here where the tile is, and so on and so forth. So I can use that. Basically, it's all to say I can do the same. So I think we start literally that way, and I do need also to find all the enemies, I guess, which is because for each ability I need to then check, oh, can I do this, can I do that. So to get all my, I need the mana, I guess. Could also have a better way to check this, I guess. It doesn't matter. I need all my actions, so all this stuff is actually quite similar. I need all my units. I don't need to sort them by anything. In this case I was randomizing them, and then sort them by nearest to furthest, which again, makes no difference to me in this case. In this case, you wanted to find the nearest one and then stop. In my case, I need to check all of them because then I want to see which one I really want to target, basically. So that bit is going to be a bit simpler. But get all actions from the unit. This is true. Get mana from owning player of the unit because I'm gonna only cast. I'm gonna only use that one. That check I can do. I only cast the units that we cast the actions that I can afford. And that check would also maybe live in game mode. That could be like, can I cast this action? And the game mode could tell me. Maybe that's again another way of dealing with this kind of stuff. So this one is giving me all the enemy units, as we said. I guess I could also do, just for the sake of it, oops. Because if I don't have the game mode to do all the rest, well, I also can't do much. So we gather all enemies, get all actions from the current unit, get all mana from the player that owns this unity, and then now I have most of my things. Now I'm gonna probably do all the actions. I'm just stealing code I already wrote because why think? I can also do this if it's not an attack. That's a very good very good suggestion. The very basic things. So we do all of this. This is basically it. Honestly, I should have just copied the entire thing and then modify it. Because indeed is this is not true anymore. So we just, for all actions, what we do want to do is we want to stop immediately if we found one that can kill. We're like, yeah, okay, cool, I can kill this unit next. So maybe we can do it the other way around. Instead of doing actions and then try every unit, we do every enemy unit, and then every action, because then we can do just a stop. I think it's just slightly clearer. Is it? It probably makes not much of a difference. Same-ish, but I kind of like describing it this way. So we do this instead of this, basically. Per unit, we will check each action. Let's do it this way. Each affordable action. Or like actions that make sense for this, which is like I need to be able to. There needs to be an attack action, because if it's something else, well, it makes no sense. I need to be able to afford it. So if it costs more than the current mana, I can't do that either. And then we do the thing, which is I don't even care about this, but I guess since it's a parameter, we need to provide something. I think it will like if I pass weird stuff, it will do weird things. So let's not do anything weird. It's just like, yeah, these are the parameters. You're gonna tell me where to move, and the tile of the target even. But I don't care about any of that. I only care about like yes or no, basically, because this will return yes if you can. Yeah, this is an optimization where like, oh, I check if I can't move. So if without moving, can I hit anything, or can I hit this guy? And then I check, well, can I move now? Because if I can't even move, then I don't need to check if then, oh, what if I moved? Well, I can't move, so it doesn't matter. So we keep all that. So what we need to do, literally, like, we just trust this function that should just work, and hopefully it still does. It didn't expire, and we trust this and be like, yes, this is good enough. But then one step forward, which is, can this kill? And this is new. Also, I'm gonna hide this for now. It's a bit of in the middle of the way. So to be able to check if you can kill something, well, I have the action. I think I need to run the action basically, the same way that when I do previews, which I thought I did in other things as well. I can again steal them, so might as well. No, what am I tracking? What even is this? Oh, because I reset my layout at one point. Because Visual Studio is also doing weird stuff, as per usual, of course. Um, so let's see. Move to nearest. This is just moving, which I guess. Yeah. Blah. That's not it. Maybe I don't do this in code. Do it in content? Guess. Well, this is the healing bit, which is. This is even choosing next healing target, which is just health. Yeah, this is not doing much. Okay. So I just have to ride it normally. Fine. So how do we do this? I have the game mode. I have the action itself. So I believe, what type of action is this? This is like the super simplest unit action. Even though I do know that it should probably be, if it's an attack action, I should be able to cast it, right? So what does this do by default? By default, I only have the range. I don't want this, and also don't want to execute it. It's the same thing that I do in the game mode, so I guess you can also check that. So basically, UI does the same. UI, because I want to display at one point. At least I'm probably gonna do it. Like the UI will display when you're playing. It displays your how much damage you're gonna do if you do a certain action on a certain enemy. It will just tell you immediately, because it's nothing is random. I think I'll stick to that principle. So it's exactly the same. And I think we can quickly find it. Just dock this. Oh no, my second screen. This is just weird. Nope. Why did you give me a second one? I want this to be docked. Do it. I'll get back to it. One day I'll figure it out. If I do this, still goes away. This is fine. This does nothing. Anyway, content, game mode, somewhere. Game mode. Preview selected action. This is literally what I want. Just preview action on board. That's the thing that I want. Literally. Because I think this is, well, this is content still, but then it will probably call get action range tower with height. This only gives me one thing, and then this is the one that I want. No, not even. Oh god. This just gives me the range. Which one is the thing that does? I think this is requesting its action actually. Yeah, we kind of follow the rabbit hole. Can attack. Preview action. Calculate action effect. This is the one that I wanted. Finally. Calculate action effect, which is a basic target action, which I think it's fine to assume. I guess if it isn't fine, it will crash at one point in time. We'll just learn from it. Calculate action effect, basic target action. Calculate action effect, basic target action. Back to the thing. I'm just gonna type it. Calculate action effects, because this is from basic target action. So I wanna cast my action to this. Which is just like, I could also just do, I can just do it this way, right? This it called? Action. This is the right syntax, right? I think. Am I in the right place? Yes, still in the right place. This is not... None of this matters anymore. Also this, because we don't want to quit. But we do want to break out of this. So if we found all the things to break. Well, actually not yet, so I'm not even that happy. If we kill, we can break. We do this. I'm missing things. This is not it. This. This is... What the hell, cast time? What is happening? It's unreal. We just are trying to suggest weird thing. Oh god. Stop messing around. Okay. This. And then this is... Three things. Which we're gonna just get. I need... These are the things. Origin is me, which I think is unit. Effectiles is what I spit out, which I don't care, but I guess I need them, so I'll make them, but I don't care about them. But I do need these guys just to pass them to the thing, because it will tell me. It gives me it spits out the effect. But I do need this. This will be true. It also means that we need to include all this stuff. This is not that. This is action results. So finally, from this guy, I can see the damage that I will deal to the thing, basically. If it will kill. I'm actually wondering, because that's this something that this won't do, I believe, which might mean that at one point in time I might need to refine this. Maybe today, maybe not, because this will only do this really. So this doesn't take into account, for instance, if you have buffs, which well, I see that. What do I... No, this is the one that we want to actually look at. This does take into account certain buffs. So actually, it's not too bad. It won't take into account certain bits, like literally the reactive ink. Like it won't take into account. Oh, do I have like an ink dude next to me that might help me kill this guy? And I think it's okay. Maybe like hard difficulties they could do this kind of stuff, like, you know, because it feels like you don't want to make I think the AI too clever, right? I believe I don't want like ridiculous levels, because then it feels like unbeatable if you don't have the right team and stuff. If the guy can like systemically figure all the things out and just be better than you, or like counting things basically. You don't want that. Not for this type of game, I think. It's supposed to be fun still, right? So we do this, which also means I probably need to include a few things. I need to include action results. This. I need to include this guy. And I have unit, and I guess I need tower. I never use it, so I don't know if it matters, but I guess it probably does, so let's get it. I think it will complain. I might just think, well, it's a pointer, I don't care. I say. So it's that. Basically, we do this, we target first. No, this is not true anymore, so we don't write this. We say instead, enemies. See if we can kill this enemy with any. Can we kill? Oh, it's not even. This is literally what I'm doing. Check if action can kill. Check this if action can kill this unit. Check like a bunch of things that I don't care about. Can I actually run the action on the unit? Okay, this could also check mana, and then I shouldn't do it here. Feels like it's easier for this guy to check, I think. Maybe it's a small, nice thing. I'll check on something about it. Well, it's like 2 minutes. Yeah, that's the usual. No, but this doesn't work still. Tuesday. Google playlist. Yeah, so we calculate all the things, and then we need to go through. We need to get the current health of this unit, like the enemy unit, and compare it against the damage the actions will be dealt. The action that we will be dealing on the unit. No mistaken. So every action is against. I guess we do have the AOE, so that's also. Yeah, so we do it this way. So we have to check all these guys, and we only care about the one that is about the enemy. So we check that too. I think this is like literally affected unit. Yeah, we could get this guy. And if this is not me slash the enemy, then continue. So this is not the right guy. We keep going. If it is the guy, we check. We get the health, which I can actually steal from the healing one. Choose heal. How do I get health? Oh yeah, current health. This is all there is. Yeah, it's just enemy. For health, this I guess is a float. Is it a float? No, I do ints actually. Don't do float. Yeah. Do I need to save it? It's not really even that longer. So this is one guy, and then the other thing I need to check is the damage, which is calculate damage. Calculated damage. I think it's this. But we can also triple check, because that's what I'm assuming I'm using. Oh, I send it to the UI to send. I can test it basically and see if it's doing the right thing. So then it's this. So basically, the entire thing will be if this is like less or equal to the damage that I can deal with. I think, well, this is the guy. This is one of the units that I wanna that I can kill. So what I need to do is I guess I need another array, I assume. Yeah. Where should that live? We're here. So I will have an array. I guess maybe eventually will be an object, but for now it's going to be just this, an array of unit. If I can type anything today, be an array of units, killable enemies, if you will. So if this is the guy, well, then we found it. We found the guy. We don't need to keep looking. We found at least one skill that can be used to kill this guy. So we do that, and then we break And break will get us. Oh, well, I'm doing like a lot of for loops. I wanna break from this. That's true. What's the best way to deal with this? Because I wanna break also out of this basically. I'm done with all of them. What's the best? What's the nicest way? Could you use a bull? Like a simple, quick way is I could use an additional bull. I could say, yeah, found enemy, right? That's always a way. And then on start of this, I check if found enemy break, and then it goes out. That's a way. Which or found ability technically, or can kill, whatever. So we do that. We keep it easy. Yeah, let's do. That's fine. Bull. Can kill. False. If can kill, break. Because what we'll do is we figure all this out. We do this. We break out of this loop. That's fine, and then we keep going, and we can break immediately after all that, and then we go back up, and then it's the next enemy. So this will give us a list of enemies we can kill. This should just work, and we hope it does. What I'll do, I'll kill Rio, because like I know this will take a bit or two. I'm sure there's some syntax missing or stupid stuff, you know, the usual headers or whatever else I might be lacking. So we check all that. So if this builds fine, then this is literally the action. The one thing missing is that I need to check if there's a better way. Otherwise, so this array needs to be exposed, and I think I'll need a new object of type blackboard that then inside has this guy. What am I missing? I knew it was like a bunch of headers missing, of course. Yeah, I know. So I need a testing game. Let's grab all the ones I know. This, I guess. How does this guy get this? Do I have it in the header somewhere for some reason? No. Where is that coming from? Intriguing. Doesn't matter. Does this guy have? Nope. This will not fix that. So which else am I missing? I could also just look at the thing, right? Oh, it might be that maybe action has it, or yeah. Actually, I need to also a few. I'm blind. This for sure. I need action results. I need basic target action, which I believe is this. I think, right? So this might already be a lot more promising attempt. A lot more promising in terms of like, will it work? Nope, not yet. Oh, getting the cast is not a what? Is it not cast? Oh gosh. It might just be that ignorant. What is it? Oh, it's done this way. Close enough. So I guess then it becomes, yeah, okay, it's this then. So we just type it this way instead, because I'm not gonna reuse this guy anyway. I don't need to save it to do anything else. So that's all good. We keep going. We keep going. I think if this works fine, like I need to do this bit and then a couple other bits, I can then get to do the AI of the dude by today, even if I keep going for a bit, which I might. More things missing. We need... What am I missing? I need a turn manager. Gee, I should have just copy pasted the entire freaking, because it's all of them, I think. Almost. I don't need AI enums. Almost there. What am I missing? I'm still missing control. Where is control? Oh, it's this guy. Oh, I don't have it. Yeah, okay, that will explain it. I'm checking the enemy units, but I don't have my controller. So I can't tell, because I'm asking, tell me the enemy units of this unit. Right? But then I need to be able to... Yeah, this bit. So... We can do it here. We can do it just slightly more... Bit more ordered. Ideally, you always want to have, like... Avoid anything that you don't need. Like, if this fails, then why did I ever do this equal? You know, this kind of stuff. It could also arguably, well, this is even above. Like, if this shouldn't fail, right? This is also like, I'm doing this just out of like, honestly, I don't even know what, because this won't fail. It's the only mode I have. It can't fail. We have way bigger problems if this is like not this mode. How the hell? Anyway. Do I need to include controller then? I don't, because this is a generic one, which might come from one of the many bull craps. Nope. Redefinition. Oh, I did have it. Wait. Oh, because I reshuffle things around a bit, didn't I? So actually, just to be more true to what I literally just said to me, let's do it this way. So, because I'm doing this, I need just right now. I need these. These I can kind of put them above. Just keep them even outside, really, because I always need to. Oh, it doesn't matter, I guess. So I have this, I have a controller which I'm actually using technically the closest, but I'm using to multiple places, so it's actually fine to have it separate from everything else. And then the get all actions from my own unit, I can also do, yeah, okay, doesn't really matter too much. This is used eventually, but it's fine. But the question is, do I need to include controller? I don't think so, right? Maybe I need to do this. Why do I have this? Get game mode. Oh, okay, yeah. I literally just need all of them. I don't know why. Oops. I don't know why I just grab all of them. Like this. Almost there. Doesn't take 2 arguments. What? Oh, it's a lot more. Where did I read the... Oh, it's 3. Origin. Which is... Oh, I forgot to pass this guy. Yeah, okay. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Compile. I should just read things for a second or two. Unit. I don't know what a unit. A unit. I hate this thing. This weird Unreal convention that it's so... It's forced on you. You have to call things that way, or we'll complain. Literally. We'll literally complain that well, this is a type X, so it should start with F. So weird. I don't know why. I wonder if there's like some secret way. I mean, secret. I could look at the code. See if there is some weird optimization based on strings or some weird thing like, oh, it starts with that, so I know that it's of type. But I don't know why we need to do that. There might be some clever reason. I just don't know it. I'll grab a snack in a second or two, which will be loose granola today. I'll put it in a bowl just to be slightly less decadent. Okay, so we have this guy. We have our thing. So now we open. Can we open the AI of our dude, which now is empty. Well, not much. We'll do this, and then immediately the only thing that needs to do is killable. Literally just this guy. We just want to call it. And then we want to debug it immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the... well, I'm going to change the unit that I spawn to be include. And then, first of all, I'll just run it and see. And I don't think any of his skills can kill anyone right now. Like, we won. Well, actually, one thing, because I literally said that, like, that it needs to check if its buff will allow it to kill things. Which will it right now? I don't think right now that check exists. We can see. Well, first of all, we can see if, like, even vaguely the logic is behaving correctly. So we go into the board, go into this. The one class that I'm spawning will be Ink Dude. Ink Wolf Dude. Nope. Okay, don't know why. It was thinking about it for a bit. We do this, we do this. So that guy will now be our enemy, and then I'll put the immediate breakpoint to see what's gonna happen. Well, it's not gonna be immediate, but or it shouldn't be at least, because it should only trigger when it's your turn. Then we put a bunch of other people that are like whatever. Why shouldn't I use this guy? Should I? I haven't replaced a couple with the real ones. We do Archer Dude. I'm not gonna use the other guy and Hunter Dude. Let's do it over. So we do this. It's whatever turn, and then it's my turn. Well, the Ink Dude turn. So let's do. Oh, I didn't prepare this. So this will immediately. Okay, that's like a good check. I guess I haven't prepared the blackboard values to be anything. So that's something. Because basically I need to give the variable to this class to be able for it to work. What is it called? Units. Ink Wolf Dude AI, and I believe it's just here, right? And I just need to set who's who. So this needs to be is this correct? Let me open an old one just to remind myself of what the hell am I even doing. Include or base. So base is just. Oh, what the hell? Why is this a different one? You go back to where you were. What the hell? Oh, that's not great. Why did it break? I don't know why this is the second one. No, it's working alright. So that's well, this one actually doesn't I don't know what's happening. So this one has, yeah, all these guys. Oh, I closed the other one. Did I? What? Wait, what? Oh, because you can move between the two, can't you? It's just this, I'm an idiot. I forgot entirely. Okay, so now the unit is set. And then it will come to this. So now this should behave a bit better than before. So we do. Let's use just the ones on the proper sprite. We do an archer. Yeah. Okay, so this means it should work this time. Yeah, so we cast all the things, we get a bunch of stuff that we need. All the enemy units, it's all the other guys, and we go like, well, can we kill? Oh, definitely not. Look for things that are attacks, because one was... Which one was an attack? I guess reaction is an attack. What type is that? This one, which one didn't classify as attack? Oh, is it the... I think charge is counted as movement. But tap is attack, so that's fine. Oh wait, because it's like... If... No, this is fine. This will already be not, so that's okay. Oh, but this is like actually a slightly mistaken logic, right? Because if we will go like, do I need to check the sub attack? That's the question. Because what is this? Attack, healing, buff, debuff, movement. Movement is also fine. The others are not. Because it could be this is attack, but then something else is not sub attack. Instead, it's actually, I guess I can write it this way. Doesn't matter. Let's do one thing at a time still, because I want to prove the rest first. I want to prove. Because I can't even reach. He's always getting false. Why? You know what? Oh, he's always failing. Why? That's not good. Why is he not finding the... Let's do we want then. Let's start simple. Because for instance, let's also prove that like I can at least hit somebody, because I'm not doing a bunch of additional checks to keep going. So let's say if the dude was here and I forgot to breakpoint it. Let's do it again. So if you do Hosea, you can at least do the volcano basically, right? So I should see that. I should see volcano as a possible choice. Keep going. This one is volcano, so this one should give me stuff. Yeah, you can, and then am I passing all the right things? What does this give me? Empty. This is not correct. Why is it empty? Why is it empty? What? God. Just go to the thing, please. This should be. Oh no, but I had to do this first. I forgot. I thought it was a. Oh, but I can see it's a cost. So I'm an idiot. This is not something outside. This is like a passive to this guy. So that's wrong. Yeah, okay, so this will do nothing, not much. That's fine. So instead, effect tiles. So I need to first calculate the effect to be able to decide, which I think I do in other places. So let's see. I want to say that I do this. I have done this before for other conditions. I'm gonna search for this in code. Let's search for this and see. And see. Am I lying? I never did use this in code. Okay. That's not great. So what is the then we're back to this. It's tile. How do I get? No, this is too much. Let's go back to preview unit. So I guess it's just this guy. This guy spits the. Not the effects though. How the hell do I how do I do this? Let's see. Pressing actions. Maybe attack actions. Get action effect tiles with height. Yeah, this is the thing. Right. Get action effect tiles with height. Get action effect tiles with height. And this is on. This is target action. Get action effect tiles with height. Okay, so now it's when I actually need this because I'm gonna run two different things on it. So now let's not be silly. We actually have a basic target. Do this, then we do this, get whatever it was. Forgot already. Get action effects with tile height. Let's copy the entire thing because I need to do a bunch of things. I need to see all the parameters. So this is what we're gonna actually save. So that's actually needed here. And this will be needed straight after. So we'll do this and this. Keep things together. So first we calculate well, what do we calculate? This is more than this because I need to check. Because so the problem is this: I need to pass the origin, and I know that because I calculated it. So am I spitting this out then? And then this should be fine because this is tile to move to, tile to target. Yeah, so this is tile to move to will be my origin, which is a vec actually. I forgot how to get to it, but that's fine. And this target is tile to target. Again, it's vec. I'll do dot vec, but it's not true, of course. I forgot how to do this. And then this is this. And then it's board. Do I have the board? I don't even have the board. That's good. Need that too. I think that's literally just game mode get board. it does mean a board. It does mean they also need to include it, probably. So we have it. We're gonna use it, whatever that is. I'm blind, I lost that is board. And then the final bits are how to get to the Vec 3 from a tile. I forgot. I think they have it. Yes, this guy. Which is public. Public. So I think this should work. Because this guy calculated the right thing. So let's this. Compile again. Geez, so slow. It's not get bolt. Why would it be, right? Come on. Isn't it that? Oh, wave you. Set board? There is no getter? I don't believe you. Really? Oh, it's just board. Why don't I have a getter? That's a bit lazy. That's super lazy. Oh well. No get board for me. It just works. Because I guess because it's also exposed in blueprint, so having a getter feels a bit silly. I guess there's no much. Yeah. Well. It's just this. What's it? Yeah. Capital B. Capital B. Okay, so again. So I think this should work fine. So now I tell, well, yeah, calculate action from the right place. I already figured out which that I could run this unit if I went to a certain spot and if I targeted a certain tile. I calculated all that, so I used them as my logic. Okay, so this compile this time. Hopefully we'll actually also debug fine, but otherwise we kill and restart as per usual. What I really wanna check, I guess, is this should give me effects. Did I press play? I didn't press play. I press play. We play, we start. Nope. I will say that I'm monk here, so again, back to I expect. Oh gosh. What is that? Okay. Oh, I passed the wrong origin somehow. Oh, this is no. Because I don't need to move. Oh gosh, fine. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, tile to target can be no, I think. It will always be something. I guess we can check it. Let's be for once in our lives. Let's be thorough. Tile to target. I think if you find something. will always be that. So I always have something. So that is always true, but the tile to move might not. The move tile, mouth, the tile to move. So if this is, I'll write it better because this will become a huge sentence. Because basically, if it's the vector origin tile, if we have a move to tile, then it's this guy. Otherwise, it's where I am right now. So it's the unit tile. Do I know where I stand? I must do, right? Does this guy know where he stands? I think so, but I might be wrong. Distance to tile, distance to unit. How do we do this kind of stuff? We must know. Distance to tile. Yeah, it's this. I also know my own position. So yes, I'm lost. Where the hell am I? A handy trick they always do when I'm lost in code, I just do Control Z because then it also takes you to where I was. So it's either one or this, right? We'll make it slightly nicer. Do it this way. Oops. Oh. Let's do this. This is this. This as much as we can. Calculate effect tiles to effect tiles from obtained origin and target. Calculate results. Calculate results from the results. Let's see if results if enough damage to kill. Okay, so now we're back. We're back. And of course it doesn't compile, because why would it? Did I miss? Oh, of course. Good old ternary operation. Is it ternary? Tertiary? I forgot English name. That. Well, not on its own, of course, it's unit. Makes no sense without it. What am I even doing? It's like a unit. It's either where I am or where I'm supposed to be. No? What? That's not true. Oh, of course it's unit object. Of course it is. Oh god. Wait, what? Oh, god. Unit object. Oh, come on. Okay, now you're just like... This is not the file? What the hell did I call it? Unit object. Why? No? tiles. At least this time we will get something. Do I still have the breakpoint? No, I lost it. Let's put it back. Okay, we put the monk back into position. We start the thing. So this time we should get something that is useful. I'm hoping. Yeah, we get some tiles. And then we calculate the actions from them. We get something this time. We get something, and then the calculated damage is 0. That's not good. Why is it 0? Because it's not calculated, it's just damage. I always forget the difference. Calculate action. What does this do? So we do this. This is used by you. Damage per hit. That's just damage. What the hell is calculated damage? I think when I actually apply the thing. Right. But at least this worked. So you will also say that you won't kill, which is true regardless. So that will be true. So this is just damage actually. That's fine. Ignore for now. It won't find anything, and it will just sadly fail. That's okay. I guess what we also want to do immediately, and maybe I can compile this to get it back to make sure that the check that I just did will get me the right numbers, is if you go back to the AI of it, well, it should be like, well, I can't do anything, I guess, so maybe I'll do something else. So in this case, this specific case also exists, so I could literally just do it. Because in this specific case, I'm like, well, I don't kill anything. I don't have anything I can kill. I do have something in range. So I can just attack it. Just attack it with something, basically, right? That was the... If we bring back our logic... Which, let me bring it back. If we bring back our logic, if we can't kill, then we will use... depending on how many charges we have, we will use different abilities. The logic for it was it's based on how many charges we have, because we don't want to waste them. There is also the thing which right now is not true, which is I've been thinking about the unstable link buff, and I'm still thinking maybe it should self-apply, like at the start of the game, instead of your turn, instead of after your ability, because it makes sense to me that well, kinda, right? Because I do wanna do, like, if I can kill something on round 1, I should be able to, but without the buff you never will. So, okay. Now let's kind of like go back to the AI of it. How do we keep? Let's go back to share behavior. Oh, because I'm not calling end turn, that's what I'm missing, of course. So, at the very least, you know, couldn't find anyone, end. And we're all happy. I will be right back. So what we should do, I'm gonna Google it right now, is if we can store arrays somehow. I don't know. You can see which type, but then okay. Now these are all the possible types. It's like bool, class, enum, float, int, name, object. Oh, vector. No, vector is like the vector as in like the mathematical. Okay. So instead, what we need to do is we need to create a new object that can store arrays of things. We still need this base blackboard as base, but we need an additional one. So let's create just that. What's the type of this thing? Just blackboard, I guess. Yes, it's this guy. I guess. So create a new thing. We say that the parent is the base, so it gets all the things that I want. That's good. And then we add stuff. So we need a bool, which will be I'm gonna call it like found targets. I'm okay with that. Found killable targets. Very specific. Do that. That's one. And then number two is an object of killable targets. Right? So let me just maybe to the side so it doesn't make too much noise. Or here. Because we want to write both of these. And I think what makes sense in all this is to maybe declare that type here, honestly. Oh, maybe, you know what? I feel like we probably need this concept as a generic thing, like array of units. I don't think it's too bad to just expose it. So we should do exactly that. So a few more things. No. Alright, because now I'm confusing things. I was like, how do I get the name of this thing? It's like, oh, because I'm passing it. So, well, this is one. Oops. This is two. This will be what will this be? This is like the boolean. killable units kill key, sorry. And we call it any found, really. I don't know. It's just that. That's the thing. So that's one. One more. Next to one another. Is this get any found key? We have the guy. Because then what we can immediately do, if we find someone, we immediately write down, yeah we do. Or even, honestly, I say that, just do it at the end, right? Maybe that's actually even nicer, to avoid weirdness. So what we do, I need to remind myself how to write things. This. So if killable, what did I call it? Oh, it's here. Let's put it all the way out, because I'm gonna use it at the very end. If killable enemies, actually it's not even if, it's just literally it's just literally this is this. I don't know why it's a getter. Again, this came from when I did the course a decade ago by now. This would be redundant to be a getter. It could literally just be the variable that I have. I don't know why they need it as a getter. Status system. Oh, did I copy the wrong thing? I pretended to copy. Yeah. So we do this, and this is this. So now we have the. If we found something, great. Use it. That's one. And then I'll create another object. Which I don't even know if it needs to be of any specific type. I guess it needs to be a U object, right? That's the main limit, I assume. So for instance, if I do, oh, it's just going. What's this guy? Actor. Well, we can go lower, right? I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it could be this. Because yeah, as I said, I'm gonna do create a new, not here. Create a new first class. Is a U object here? No, for some reason. Just object, yes, yeah. Yeah. We picked the right folder, which is AI, and we call this what do we call it? Blackboard unit array. I guess I'm okay with this. So this will be our type, which will contain an array of units, and that's what we do. I think it might need to be serializable or something. I wonder. I don't know if it has rules. I didn't do anything with the other guy, so I think it's fine. It should be fine. Well, we can try. If it doesn't work, we change it, I guess. So we do this. 225, please. So all I want from this guy, container object for an array to provide to provide, whoops, what is it doing? An array of units, whoops. Oh, because it was live coding immediately, oh gosh. That's why I was getting weird. It's also gonna probably fail, because I'm typing. To a blackboard. So this will be the... I wonder if this is fine, because it's always like weirdness. Should be okay. What's the... yeah, I want this, I guess. I think I need this. I'm always like... I read the line the guidelines, and there seem to be... Sometimes it's something like just like something to do for editor related things more than anything, but I'm always so confused sometimes by certain of these like guidelines, because they're never precise. Like, yeah, this is exactly how it works. No, it's just like, yeah, you should gotta do this, because I guess they're trying to appeal to the, you know, casual developers, I guess. But at the same time, like, yeah, okay, but I also wanna... I'm fine with that, but also tell me the actual exact thing I should do for your engine to work fine, instead of letting me guess it. Anyway. So we do just this, really. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna create, I guess, an object of this kind. How does it work with keeping it alive? I'm not sure how that works. That will be... that is possibly interesting, because if the if my current thing creates this array and spits it out and passes it to something else, am I keeping it alive? I assume so. Or maybe it's a blackboard itself that keeps it alive. It's like... one can only hope. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So... because what we'll want to do is... ideally I just want to write to it. But maybe... let me remind myself of a few things, because for instance, so here we have this, and then we go to the blackboard and we say, well, this is a type object, you can say base class, that's what I want to do, that's fine. This I only write, for instance. And then here I say, is it in the root? Like, how did I set unit on this thing? I think it's done... You know what? Let me Google this thing for a sec or two to prove. Let's see what Google says about this kind of stuff. I know that, blah blah, I can wrap it about your object, just an array of things, yeah, all good. In the blackboard, create an object key type, yeah, that's fine. Right, so you get it and you manipulate it, and then will work. Okay, so that should work fine. I'm okay with that. And potentially I might need to do... I don't think it needs a blueprint, like edit anywhere. This is what Google is saying, but I don't believe it. But what would be is like this. So that seems fine. Because I will say what it is. This will have its thing. Okay. So we need to immediately get the thing. So we immediately, I guess, well, immediately. Up to a reasonable, then I don't even need this, basically. I can already do it. Yeah, I can do it this way. Basically, get various object. And this is well, my new thing that I haven't done yet. So get killable units. Get killable units blackboard key, which is exactly this, which is exactly this. And then this is container with all killable units. So I'm doing this weird thing that only has things sometimes, so I don't know why I'm writing it this way, but it's fine. Yeah, this is all there is. So that is this. We get the thing. And how does it work again? Just as get various object, and then you can cast it immediately to be the thing, I guess, which is fine. So, whoops, it will be... What did I even call it? Already. Blackboard array. Let's call it this, because it is this. Fine, I'll just do it this way. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, it's just one, it's fine. So this is suggested to just cast it immediately thing, because might as well. Let's just do that. I'm okay with that. This doesn't have anything, it's just a getter. I will have to include this, so this is this, literally. Doesn't do anything. This is a blackboard array. A blackboard unit array. And we include the thing. So this will give us the array. I don't need this anymore. And then this is... Did I spell it correctly? Oh, it's a U, not A. Because it's not an actor. I always forget. A is actors, U is unreal objects. Yeah, you killable enemies. So the difference will be that it's killable enemies dot units, which is fine. Killable enemies dot well dot. Yes, units dot add. And then it's back to this being this, and then we're happy. What I'm gonna do is I will kill Unreal right now because it's gonna be, I don't trust this guy to do too much stuff has changed. So what I also need to do though is I don't even need to save it because it's just like by getting it I can modify it and that's fine, and then I just do this, so it should be okay. What I might want to do though, which makes a lot of sense probably, is to clear it. Because I might have like old ones or something, right? And come on. Do this, this is this. We immediately clear it to reset the thing. Is it clear? It must be clear. Yeah, yeah. Feeling it. It's definitely clear. I mean, we're not too far off. Basically, well, I mean, there is a bit of work still, so I'll see how far we get today. Maybe I was kind of hoping. Yeah. Where did I didn't type this. There's a bit more because I need to then. There's the entire concept of like weights that I wanted to kind of have at least a thought about. I could also just finish it tomorrow on my own because I always worry like an entire stream of coding. I mean, it has to be done, but it's also super boring to watch probably, or to listen to or to anything. So it's probably definitely not the most novel form of entertainment. And I don't think I need more than a couple of days for tomorrow. I have enough time tomorrow probably to do it. It's always the problem that like again, I've said it multiple times that like one of the main reasons I'm streaming is actually, well, to have people know about the project and stuff, which is always good to start early, I guess. But it's also literally to motivate myself, to keep myself accountable by. Oh, I forgot to do anything to this guy. Does he actually need to know what it is? If it's just a pointer to a thing, I guess it doesn't even matter, right? So I can just do. Yeah, I know. Do I want it or do I just forward it? I'm thinking, well, it's a pointer is a pointer, it doesn't even matter, so I'll just forward it. Just forward it. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, it's literally my main way to keep myself accountable. By being like, well, no, I promised, I said I was gonna stream these 3 days a week. So I will do it, and that will make me work. Clear is not, man. This is not how you clear a race in a. How do you clear a race in a real? Gosh. Is it not clear? What the hell is it? It is empty. I knew it was gonna be something stupid. I knew it. I could also do reset, but empty. Again, for like an array of like maximum 5 units. Yeah, or maybe more if you're counting like construct spawned and shit. It's never gonna be millions. Like worrying about keeping the memory. It's not really. Cannot access private method. What? Is it private? Oh, well, then I said public, so that will make things. No, give me the thing. Thank you. But I also think, so for AI itself, I think if I can build a good like set of nodes, I don't need that many more when I create new units. I mean, sure, there might be sometimes very specific behavior, but again, by creating a collection of them, I think eventually convert from bool to U object. Wait, what? Oh, because this is a set value as bool. Of course. Didn't know. He didn't complain earlier. But also, I kind of don't trust this. So what was the error? Syntax error. What? Cast. Oh, I'm missing so many brackets. building, so it's something. So I'm gonna do a couple of things, because then I will need, I guess, a node, a special node that is capable of reading these killable units, right? So we cannot always go in combo. Which is fine. Okay, so we just want to test if this doesn't even explode, I guess. But I just make sure. So we're gonna do a few things. One is I need to see how much health. Oh, honestly, it doesn't even matter. I'll give like a stupid amount of like damage to the explosion, so then I get it as the thing, and then everything works, and I can prove that it works. Abilities. I'm in the wrong ink. This is daddy ink. This is evolution. Actions. Volcano. Open the volcano. Yeah, and then this I need to change. We'll deal a gazillion damage because that kills. And that proves that bit. Did I put the breakpoint as I said I was gonna? Let's do it. I'll do both because I think. Yeah. Monk. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just fell immediately. That's not good. Why? Yeah, I was wondering if this guy... Oh, because I never linked it to anything. Oh god, I did the same mistake as last time. That's annoying. I need to assign the black box variable to something. And also goes for the boolean, so they're both gonna crash. Actually, I always forget that. Okay, so go back to the thing. AI, ink wolf, dude, good old dude. And then we have to say not this. Wait, I never switched either. Okay, so one. Yep, that's one thing. Center it, please. But then also here I need to say, well, any found is found, and killable targets is this guy. Okay, so now it should behave. You should find one guy, say like, yeah, I found one guy, and then kind of keep going, I guess. Monk dude, put it here. Okay, now I'm a bit more surprised. I wish I would get an actual. Okay, see the call stack, but I want to see the values in it. Well, let's do one thing at a time then, because I want to also prove if this works, I guess. So by default, this just gives me what, a U object? Yeah. I want to see if this is even something. And then let's do it this way. I feel like certain things are being optimized away, which is annoying. At least if I don't crash, basically, it means this worked. And then this is this, the just cast of this, I guess. Yep. Do it again. I don't want to switch to debug, because then it requires me to compile everything again, which I haven't. I'll do that tonight actually, so don't forget. The development is like a bit more optimized, or what the compiler does. Well, when you're running it, it will hide certain things because they're optimized away. Which is also why, for instance, I don't get. Whoops! Oh, of course. Yeah, I guess. Object hides previous. Oh, because I called something else over here, didn't I? Just this. You know what? Let's do it that way. I guess this way is the nice way. Instead of doing weird stuff, right? I should do it properly. Like we do with all the other guys, right? This is this. I still don't remember how does this get populated. But we'll see. Because I feel like everything else, like this guy should be created by something. Otherwise, how the hell is it gonna work? This is a color array object. And then this is just this, basically. Just this, and we shall see if we even get to this, I guess. Oh, weak. Oh, I still have one. Wow. Yeah. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. This compiles, that's something. Let's see if it explodes. That's full. Does it explode? Well, no, it is just, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Like, if nothing creates it, then it would just be no. Then I'm kind of curious about a couple of things. One is, who the hell is setting the unit variable to even the. How the hell did I set that? Do I pass that to things? So it actually works. So I'm the only place I can imagine that it happens is directly in BP unit, where I just immediately do. Must be here. I must be immediately doing AI stuff somewhere. Are they in the construction script? Possibly. No, this is just materials. Oh. By units. Because this guy has the behavior tree. Who's using it? Nobody? It is just standard. That doesn't sound right, because I do this. I think I can do it on the. I might be doing it on the game manager, but game mode, whatever. what if we search for this? Right, just the AI needs this, yeah. Now we have a tree, restart logic, yeah, this. Yeah, something needs to do this. So, let me see. So then... Let's see if we can find... Oh, well, a few things, even that. I forgot to write down. You know, even Google says like, no, I need to create this first. But then who? As long as you're AI, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe if we treat that, that's fine. Okay, then I actually just need to create the thing, I guess. But what I'm a bit worried about, I guess it will work. Yeah, because it will be... Yeah, just this. So it's not a get, because yeah, I was very puzzled by that, but also, well, I said this before, I forget again. Units... Inkwolf dude, AI, blackboard, and the type needs to be the proper type. This is blackboard array, or whatever I called it. What did I call it? Blackboard unit. Yeah, because I guess it's very specific. Unit array. Yeah, so type this type. Cool. Type this type. All instances of... No, that's not true. Then back to code. It's not a getter, it's create. So it's... I create immediately the thing. And I guess I can immediately write it. And then, yeah. Yeah, so it's this, killable enemies, so it's... I guess just new object. Of type this, and... I guess I can still be the dad of this. I do this, I create my thing immediately. This doesn't exist. And then what I do want to do is blackboard, its set value. I can immediately like write it basically. So that's what I want to do. Set value as object, and it's this underscore comma this. This will now create the thing, and that's kind of it. So this might already fix our conundrum of sorts, and this will give us the one step in our, you know, solid AI. Is that the word I'm thinking of? Okay. Very ambitious AI. Our ambitious AI. Yeah, because weights. I guess the weights themselves could just be, they don't need to be blackboard objects, right? They can just be anything. I can do whatever I want to my stuff, right? I'm thinking ahead about the the weight of the actions and how they're supposed to work. Right, so let's do this. This is not needed, I guess. Whatever, I typed it. Of course it's empty. I literally just created it. I'll remove it in the next round. I want to see if anything else explodes because of what I'm doing right now. Monk, do the thing. This will be, well, it already didn't explode, so that's something. And then I try to write it. I ignore. Seems to have dumb stuff. It's all good so far. We'll get to this. This should also come. Yeah, because this time damage is 500. This guy's health is less. Whatever that is. All good. Kill the thing. We figure it out. There's nothing else. We write down this, which should be true. And this doesn't explode. Press play. And then it's my turn. Okay. So this worked now. We can celebrate. This worked. And we need to keep going. This is just the first step of this entire thing. So we found that the next step will be we'll keep going with it will be a custom action, right? The way that it works is just like this is again a selector, I guess. Select. And this needs to add, I forgot how this works, decorator, I think, yeah. Conditional loop, no, it's just condition, whatever that is. Blackboard? Yeah. Can also check how it's always very weirdly worded as well, so the best is like to look at how I did it previously and be like, okay, this is what I want. It's always going to be that. So this is if on value change. Both self. Oh, because this is that, so this does none. And this is blackboard key is killable targets is set. Is set? Because mine is like Boolean. I assume is set means true in the in Boolean land. And then we can again prove it by doing still end turn. And put a breakpoint. You can breakpoint here. Do this and this and prove that at least it goes in the right spot. So I'll do this by keeping the 500, so then it should go down, and then I'll do it by putting back the damage to like normal damage, and then it should keep going basically. Yeah, so this goes immediately here. Yeah, I can kill the thing. That works fine. That one is the least on my worries. The big worry of mine is actually the other one, the variable that works. Seems to behave. Right, so we put back the damage of the volcano to be, I don't know, 10, whatever it was. All this damage. I need to at one point start also keeping sensible, whatever. Sensible values to this. To all my damage. To really prove it. So did I close the hand? I still have the other breakpoint. I guess I should keep both. Monk, start. Oh, okay, that's not good. Why is it telling me that it's... Because that's what I kind of was... I wasn't sure. Oh, this is the wrong thing. That's fine. I got the... It's not killable, it's... Yeah, that it sounded... No, but this is still set, it's not set? Okay. Okay, let's try again. We need to try back with both. No, that's not. Unless somehow code is wrong, but oh, but I can debug this kind of stuff, can't I? Oh, it says true. What? This is not gonna kill. Unless did I not compile? No, I did 10. What? Okay, that's not correct. Then I don't know what's happening. Killable enemies, units, not empty. Go to hell. Oh, actually, does the blackboard allow me to see the inner? That's because that's also a very good proof. I don't know if that works. Yeah, right, it's doing... Oh, 50! I thought I put 20. Oh, 10 or whatever, I thought I did something else. I guess I did not. But then, can I see... No, I can't see the value of this thing, which is a bit of a shame. Wait, what, 10? Why is it 20? Or 50 even. Oh, it's the ink reaction, of course. It's sorry, the ink reaction, the unstable ink. It is being calculated. And I think now it's 5 turns, so it's 50. Right, is that what's happening? It must be. I hope. I'm gonna put 1. I'm gonna put 1. 1 damage. 1 damage, because I thought this applied at the end. How am I applying it? I'm a bit puzzled actually by seeing. Well, let's see what this does. How the hell did it get to 50? There might be some weird calculations going on. One. What? Then I never saved? Yeah, because I was... I don't have the effect. Wait, what? What is going on? There's all Christmas going on right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. Where is 50 coming from? Oh, it's the other abilities, of course. I'm trying, like, okay, explosion doesn't kill, but something else will, right? Because I think I gave the final splatter 50, and that does kill. Which action is this? Yeah. Check. Sorry, you were right all along. You were right. You are doing the right thing. You are doing the right thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a bit puzzled by this that says none. That doesn't look good. But we shall see. So can we... Okay, then instead I'll do something else. I'll spawn another ink wolf because they have now stupid health. So that guy is involved, basically not gonna die for sure. I'll do both. I'll do this. Yeah, we both can fight. And I removed all breakpoints, so I don't see anything. Oh no, it's this. What? Why does it keep triggering? Oh yeah, it's the this is literally the behavior the thing I was thinking, which is when this is false, it doesn't hold just this; it holds the entire thing, and I don't want that. I want this is just well, nothing really. so I need to remind myself of how this works. As per usual. Let's look at our shared behavior. Which is somewhere. Yeah, so it's this way. Yeah, we'll stop executing one if a child fails. So that's not exactly what I want. I think I need a selector first. That's how it works, isn't it? I made it here, but it's not that. It's this goes here. So you have to select either this guy or this guy. Make both of them fail. I think this is how it is. If I can target something, then enter them that way. Otherwise, and I guess, do I need the opposite condition? I don't think I do, but I'm gonna do it for posterity. I think this will work. So this also should go into the one improve, start. Yeah, it goes in. Yeah, this one tells me no, it's failing, because I can see it's false. All true. Perfect. So that worked. And then we do it again with the monk, and they will tell me no, you can't kill this guy. And this proves that it's working exactly as intended, which finally, I hope. Yeah, there you go. So it goes here. True. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So that's step number one, basically. But it works. Because then, from here, we bring back our trusty cheat sheet of what the hell do we do. If we can kill, then we need to well, let's bring even a better cheat sheet. We bring, well, we don't need cheats on cheats on cheats. If we can kill, it's just this. We literally just have to pick an ability. We have to pick an ability. Well, sorry, it's one step backwards. We can kill, but we need to see which target. Because now I only know we can kill something, and then we need a second action that goes like, okay, I have X amount of possible targets I can kill. Good. Let's apply all the other rules to them to decide which one will actually be targeted. So how will that look? I think I'm gonna start kind of like this architecture and designing whatever the thing, but I'm gonna then keep going on tomorrow, I guess, probably, or on Wednesday. I think tomorrow I'll do it by myself for a bit. To avoid so much code. It was an entire day of coding today on the street, which is fine. It needs to happen, but just not glamorous. Not glamorous at all. Because what we could do is a very specific ability, right? We could have, well, a very specific node, sorry. So we will have, if we go back to, can I write comments in this? Because if I can, no? That's annoying. Oh no, you can only comment these guys, I think. You can do this. and type stuff, which I guess I can do this because I wanted to kind of write down like a mock way of how this will work. So instead of being end turn, then this guy needs to pick a target, and I suspect this can be, I can make fake ones, I guess, just to literally or maybe I don't even need code, because I'm writing it in code for this one. Probably, yeah, this one was very complex. Look, somewhere, wherever that is, this one is quite complex. The next one is, I mean, it kind of still is. You have to, so we have our logic, as we said then, because we have to pick from a list of killable units, which is already something that needs to be able to be read. So that we can all do. I can cast it. Okay, now maybe it needs to be exposed. That's fine. Then from all of those, we need to decide, follow our list, which is, I'll ignore the kill list as I keep saying, but it is, well, if it's a shielder, it's target number 1. If it's a healer, it's target number 2. Otherwise, it's the one with the highest HP. Because it's like it's a one worth killing, basically. Like it's not a dangerous target. It's not like what we defined as dangerous, which is again shielders and healers for us. Currently, that's our list. And then we go like, okay, then let's get the the best return of investment, basically. So out of all the guys, we look at the one with highest. So, and then the question becomes, can we make this node generic enough? That's the question. And I think the answer can be yes. It's a bit, I think. So we can make a special node and we can call it pick target from unit array. So it will be specific in that case, at least. Like, it always works via an array of units we just made. I think that's okay. We make that, and then we can pass rules to it. And the rules that we pass, I believe they don't have to be blackboard. They don't have to be blackboard. Like variables. They can just be whatever the hell I want, I think. Because then I'll create a bunch of like either already existing like tags, or my own object. Doesn't really matter. Maybe it can be my own object, and then I can expose all that. Because I hope I can, maybe that I can quickly try. I hope that I can just do whatever I want with these guys, right? And it will just show up. I say, without necessarily believing it. We can quickly test it, because if it doesn't work, then the approach is a bit different, and it's a bit more specific. So for instance, so this is of type BTT task, whatever it's called. How does that look like the base class, right? I would expect this to just behave like any class, okay? But the question becomes, how does the editor behave? Does that also behave like any class or not? So what does this have exposed? Ignore restart. It's a new property. Edit anywhere. Category task. Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, I can do whatever I want. So that should work fine. So then I will create this. Maybe I can start the basics. I can do like without. I can do the HP one. I can do the very quick one, and it will take me hopefully no more than 15 minutes, and then we close the stream like winners. Like good old Chads or whatever. So what's the name I'm giving to these crappy things? I'm calling them BT task something something. So this will call pick unit from array. Brain fart as per usual. And the type of this thing is BT task node. Yeah. We call it BT task, and I said just now. I'm always using the verb choose, so let's keep saying choose unit from array. Because it doesn't even need to be a target like an enemy, it could be a friendly unit, you know, it just follows different rules altogether, like whatever, right? Doesn't matter. I think this will be a very powerful node to have as well, so I'm excited. I kind of am, because it's cool to eventually to have all these nodes and create AI this way. I think it's very powerful and not that complicated. The only complicated thing is literally I hate how behavior trees work. That they are so convoluted. But once you cannot get them running, BT task choose unit from array. Yeah, that sounds about AI probably. Sounds about right. Do the thing. So what I wanted to immediately prove, I think this is immediately doing live compile, isn't it? Yeah, let's just do it, or it will just do weird shit, right? Or not? It's not doing it? I don't trust him. You started last time on your own. Oh yeah, you are doing it. So I'm gonna immediately try to export like an array of U objects right now. I'll just do that, because that will then become my tags. But for now, just to prove that it works, basically. Like I expected to. Yeah, compile thing. Well, I don't even know if this compiles if I don't implement immediately. I don't know if BT task on its own is abstract or has abstract methods, because if it does, this won't compile. So it might require stuff. We shall see. Jesus, this is really slow. Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? I still don't think the new one will compile, because I think it's missing stuff. But we will see. I might be wrong. It did work. Okay, I thought we'll have more. Cool. Doesn't matter. What does matter is we do the little bit that I was saying. I wanted to literally just prove that I can read the array of things that I'm passing to the thing. Yeah, we're gonna do two things. Copying this. Did I copy? Yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna do this. That's just generic. I'm gonna do one thing, which is the same. I'm just gonna go get units array, because this is gonna be generic, right? It's just generic. Get units array, blackboard key, just one. This can all, I guess, I could have done this. Yeah, this more or less. Okay, with that, we do need to then implement the constructor the same way it was the other, which I don't remember. Didn't do much. It's just node name, right? Node name. call it choose unit from array. That's literally that. And then we're gonna create the execute task, which will literally just try to read my object. So this time the read will actually be what I typed last time. How was the get again? It's this. So this will be this. I'll also steal. I guess it's gonna be most of this, so whatever. For now, I'm gonna grab all of them and then I'll clean it up at one point in time. Because it's everything else apart from this guy. I don't think this needs to actually be the top or not. I don't know. Surprised this is not generated actually. Why not? Because there's. What type is this? UPT node. Let's steal your object. Okay. I don't know. Is it just actors and stuff? They need that. Execute task. So what I want to do this is nope, not that. Not that. I want this basically. I probably still will need the unit, but for now I'm not even do that. I just literally want to test the array. So let's get units array, this, and then this doesn't exist, and then we cast the thing to be the other type that we said on the other place, which was this guy. So this is just a cast. Object, I guess. This. And then we just, I don't know, I just want to prove that it does something, so we do, oh, I need to do return, the correct return. Whatever that is. And then, I don't know, doesn't even matter. I just put a breakpoint, and then I don't think it complains if I don't use it, right? It's not that strict, the compile. I believe. And then since I don't really, I wanted to test two different things. One was this, and one was this. I want to see if this works. An array of objects. Alright. New property. And then edit. Anywhere. Defaults only. It doesn't matter. No, it can't be. It's just this. It's just in the editor. You can do stuff to it. Okay, let's see how this behaves. I'm gonna kill this. I think it's asking too much. It might be a waste of time if it doesn't work. So let's just do it. So if all this works, I'll be very happy, first of all. Because then we are pretty much there, in terms I think it has a real functionality. And then I can make, what I'll do, oh god, of course this one fails. Missing out. One, wait, what? Two. What? Am I counting wrong? This is the object, this is the array. Wait, what? Missing an object pointer. What? This is the correct one. Am I? Yeah, for instance, this kind of stuff. Oh, maybe I know. It's not this. It's already a pointer to the macro, probably. That's all that. Well, the macro is, I guess, is template, right? So if you look at it, probably forces this to be a pointer. Gosh, this is actually something else. Oh god, what? Yeah, right. die on the template reading. Come on, we wanna end on a win. To be fair, it's already gone quite well, all considered. So, like the first bit works fine. So that's good. Oh Jesus! Coming up, I gave it a name, right? So that should work fine. So now I can literally just drop the thing, do the choice, and then we'll have to expand, because of course then it needs to have a blackboard variable, which is the unit that we chose. It needs to have to read the right thing. We're almost there. Yeah, where is it? Come on, ink wolf dude. Do this. Okay, yeah, that's that. I'll steal this because it's needed. This will actually be nope. This is choose unit from array. I guess with the thing, and then this requires the array itself, which is found. Yeah, that's exactly that. And the thing that I was saying, I can see. I also see this, which is the array of things. Okay, this is perfect. And then the final thing is, does this work? Can I read from it? And it works fine. So let's see. We run the thing. We do monk, because then it will tell me that you can kill it with like with the final splatter explosion. Okay, this should read, hopefully. Nope. Oh, I keep forgetting. No, I did do it. Get units array. I did do it, didn't I? I did assign the thing. Found killable targets. Wait, what? Oh no, it isn't. It's the boolean. Oh god, I should have named them different. It's just this. I think I'll keep again doing a mistake. So let's rename this to. No, that's fine. Units array, because it's just this. I'll do this. Killable array. Killable units array. I think it's just gonna be one, but so I don't keep getting it wrong. Killable units array. Monk, ding, dong. So now this hopefully, yeah, okay, and then we do one step and it's optimized away because this is useless. Oh god, I should have done something. That's a bit annoying. So I can't see it. Whilst it's called constantly though, that's not correct. Because I can also quickly look at that. Oh, because then this doesn't end the. Yeah, okay. Let's do that properly as well immediately. So instead of directly this, what should be then is a sequence. Where this is, well, I had the thing to kill. All good. then choose something, and then we should do something, but instead it will just end. Right. But then, if I want to be able to read, I think I need something. Guess. Is this? I always forget. Let me see. No. Why is it giving me the entire project? This should just be my game. Not. Don't know what it's looking for. I'm sure there's a lot of that. Is it up? Come on. I think it's UE log. UE log, yeah. Hello, friendship. Thank you very much. I don't care. All I care about is does this work as a standard? Right. Oh, actually, let's do it like a for loop, I guess. Might as well, right? So. All of them we write down unit is get name, get debug name, whatever, anything is fine. Oh no, okay, maybe not. Fine, what is it called? I must have it, right? Get unit name. Okay, I think get name on its own does exist. Is this fine? I hope it is. So we shall see. Just very basic thing. In the logs somewhere, which I guess should also show up here. In the good old auto log. Almost there. Oh gosh, why? No portable, of course. Because this is F text. Does it? Can you just do to string? Does it have to string? Let's go to laptop. It is to string. Or was it that far off? Or was it dreaming? Pun intended. Yeah, this will be. Hopefully this runs and this will be the last thing because I am sleepy now. I think I worked enough today. But of course this doesn't fit because it's not the whatever. Oh, I don't know. I don't really care. What's the solution to this? is it like fucking... You need to deference it or something, right? You need to do this. God. That's the issue, isn't it? Yeah. Feeling this is happening. Okay, this one worked. So now I would expect to see in the logs, which are not this, but this. I think the UI log also just prints them here, right? Very, very easily. Let's do this. Yeah, that happened. Logs. Yeah, there you go. So I can still read it. All good. It all worked fine. Okay, great. I think then today we did got quite a few things. We accomplished quite a few things. That's quite good. So tomorrow, well, I will guys keep going tomorrow. Tomorrow I will implement this idea, basically the idea of passing tags of sorts, like rules, not even tags, rules, specific rules. It might be an enum, honestly. You know, we an enum of like all rules that I know about. So an issue would be like the highest max HP. That's a rule. I could do even more complicated things like running a graph. I wonder if you can run a graph and get the result from it to give you a rule, basically. Because I was thinking, I could kind of have things like, so for tagged things, I could have one rule which is use tags, and then I have an array of tags and be like, yeah, these are all the tags that I care about, and they're already ordered, so you're gonna choose those from that. And the rule is use tags, and then I have a rule called like highest max HP, literally, and that's that. And then I have maybe a rule for like kill list, where I can again. So you will have, so without making it too fancy, basically, there's gonna be a bunch of arrays that can normally stay empty, I guess, but you can fill in when you wanna add specific rules. I think that's what I think. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it for today. So yeah, AI looking promising. We also did the reactioning fixed properly, so that's good. That's ready to go. And yeah, tomorrow I will keep going on my own. Not streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming on Wednesday, 7:30. As per usual, Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be my official schedule. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Look forward to the next one. Bye bye.